blend your words. No, don't. It's not time for you to actually do that. You know, it's at that particular moment, it's asking for your help. So you help.
So it's important for us to ensure that children are comfortable.
They're comfortable and they feel safe.
Reading, yes, and they actually enjoy the whole idea of reading.
Yeah, you want that motivation to come from within, not you projecting it on them. They have to feel motivated. They have to want to do it by themselves. And actually, when a child feels in control of that, trust me, it will be a lot better at it than when you're the one forcing yourself on it, forcing it on them.
Okay, now, let's get a bit positive. Let's flip to the positive side now. What can we do to actually create an atmosphere or encourage a reading culture amongst very young children? What are those things we can proactively do?
Thank you. For starters, I would say reduce the number of TV time. You know, TV, computer gadgets, electronic gadgets, reduce it as much as possible. It's key, because I know a lot of parents make this mistake these days where, as long as they are playing with their iPad or their Wii or their PSP, they're not disturbing me. You know, they are in their room. I know they
turn electronic gadgets into babysitters.
That's
very common, actually.
It's a common mistake that we make, and if we reduce, you can still allow that, but let it be a privilege that they earn, not something that it's the way it is. You know, if a child does not have those, he doesn't have a choice than to do the homework, play outside, or read a book. So your child comes to you, but I've done my homework. What else is there for me? I'm bored. There's nothing else to do. Read a book. Okay, go and play outside. I don't feel like playing outside. It's too sunny. It's raining. Then read a book. Oh, I've read that book. Well, I just bought another book from the library. Have you read this one? You know, I read it. I want to share the story with you. Do you want to read it too? Or I have these other books. Which one do you like? So give them options. And also read with them. You know, the fact that you're reading with them also really, they enjoy it. We are biggest role model in our children's lives. It's not the celebrities that we see on TV. It's us. So let them see you also picking up a book and reading. Let them see you reading your newspaper. Let them see you reading self-help books. Let them see you reading cookbooks. Let them see you read and enjoy reading. You know, growing up, my mom would read like 10 books in a week.
Oh.
And she's still like that up till now. She's a speed reader. She goes so fast. And I started competing with her. I was like, every book she read, I wanted to read it. It actually did help me to bond with my mom really well. And it's something I'm also doing with my child. It's something that every parent, I think, if you read, your child will want to read. So it's a friend to go and pick up a book when you yourself have not picked anything to read in their presence. So if they see you reading, usually a child wants to be, a male child wants to be like their dad. A female daughter wants to be like their mom. If whatever the mom likes, that they usually feel is the right thing to do. So if your child sees you reading, they want to read. And then when you also now read with them, wow, it's something that
can be very powerful.
They cherish it. It's very powerful. Make sure you also look for your child's interest. If you have a child that is interested in planes, get books
about planes.
About planes. So not necessarily, why do you like planes? How about trains? The child likes planes. Get books. He will get to a point where he himself will pick up books about trains, about ships, But look for the child's interest and help the child to develop that interest. Because by encouraging his interest through reading, he doesn't see reading as a chore. He sees it as leisure, as something he actually enjoys and looks forward to doing. Like there's so many other things, but if you just even start with those things, with those things I just listed, you'll see a difference in your child.
If you were to recommend 5 books, for parents to read that will help them to understand their children better and ultimately help them develop a rock-solid reading culture, which books will you recommend?
I would recommend Discovery of a Child by Maria Montessori.
Montessori.
And I would also recommend The Educated Child by William Bennett.
Yeah, that's a fantastic one. I have a copy of
Very
that.
profound book. And it covers like childhood to adolescence, what to expect, and how to educate the child. And same thing with The Discovery of a Child by Maria Montessori as well. And another book I would also suggest you actually take a look at is 10 mistakes that good parents make, and how to not make them. This is actually by Steve Skate. It's a really good book as well.
Okay, I mean, this has been fantastic. Finally, there's a quotation here by Maria Montessori. The things he sees are not just remembered, they form a part of his soul.
Yes.
How relevant is this to something you said a few minutes ago about children actually seeing us read? Let me read that again. The things he sees are not just remembered, they form a part of his soul.
Yes. So, you give a child a book that has pictures and that has words. These words are not just symbols. The child actually remembers it, and it has life in that child. It forms a part of the soul. So he has read, one day when I grow old, I want to become a pilot. And he sees the plane and all. It's a part of the soul. It's something he yearns to do. And it's something that he works, everything in him is working towards how to actualize it without even him knowing it. So when he sees his parents reading, he wants to model. It's like, oh, you're seeing his model. Because, like I said earlier, we are our children's models, not the TV stars, not the teenage stars. It's us. We're the first models that they see. So what he sees you do is what he wants to do. And that impression you've created for him forms a part of his soul. This topic can go into different realms. It's like if he sees domestic violence, it becomes a part of his soul.
Unfortunately, we don't have so much time. I wish we could go on and on. Thank you very much, Moji, for joining us on the Channels Book Club.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's
It's a pleasure being here.
you.
Really appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
Long life and prosperity, good health and fertility, be your portion verily, now and henceforth. Favor God's unmeritedly, blessings rain abundantly, help lent ever readily, forevermore. Hip hip hooray, it's your special day, may we sing this again for years to come. Hip hip hooray, it's your special day, may we sing this again for years to come.